What's up, sons? It's a blind run with Son of a Tech once again, and I apologize for being a little bit late, but duty called and I had to take care of it. Also, this is a mess back here. I apologize. Not really. That's just I haven't had the wherewithal to deal with it yet. We will. There's just boxes everywhere. So today we are going to be overclocking, fingers crossed, because of the mess last night. We're going to be overclocking the AMD A12-9800. We will be taking it as far as we can go, and hopefully everything will go fantastically smooth. And I have to have a hard cutoff at midnight tonight, though. So we'll take it as far as we can go until then. So there you go. Without further ado, or to do, or however you say that, let's roll the intro. Alrighty, welcome back. Sorry for that, was probably way louder than it should have been. I just realized. I apologize for that. And we're gonna start off the songs with a song called French Party, and we're gonna jam out and start overclocking. So that's how we roll. That's how we roll. How's everybody doing tonight? I see we got Timmy in the chat, Shane in the chat, and we got D-Man. Welcome to the stream. Sweet. I will actually share the stream out real quick before I go. I should do that. No, live. It needs to be named live. Live. Something like that. Live. You dirty tweet. And I'll change it to live! Exclamation point. Try and yeah, there we go. Boom. Alright, so I am switching inputs. We are moving on over. Eric Rodriguez, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Oh man. No, it is it was not mama. It was work. I am on call right now. So I only have to answer phone calls after 10:30, but somebody submitted a ticket at 10:15. So that's what happened and why I was late. I apologize. Alright, so let's take a look at CPU-Z. We'll go over all this again for the people that may have missed it. We have the A12-9800 running the Radeon R7. It is a quad-core processor. Yes, sirree. Bristol Ridge with a base clock of 3.5 gigahertz and a boost of, what is it, 4.2? Why am I forgetting all of this now? It doesn't really matter. We're gonna push it further. 4.2. Nailed it. Nailed it. Look at that memory. Alrighty, so we are gonna run a temp test and our first Cinebench run at stock speeds. Let's roll. Here we go. Hey, Replica! Excalibur. Interesting. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I am. I do stream. This is my live overclocking series. It happens when I get a new processor, essentially, is when it happens. Yes, this is a new CPU, Eric. It's the new APU from AMD. It is the A12-9800. It has, let's see, 2 megabytes of cache. Not much else I can read from here. I guess we could read it off of there later. Already went over the boost and base and boost clocks, which is all we care about right now. It looks like the V core on stock is pushing up to a max, peaking at 1.56. That's fucking high. Looks to level out at 1.46. And then we're on a custom water loop. Our temperature max so far is 57°C, so we got plenty of headroom there. Yeah. Oh, I guess I should pull that over here for y'all. We'll pull that like there, and that like there or something. You don't need to see the whole thing. Here you go. Now you can see this. 1.56 max, but it looks like 1.47 somewhere around there. 57°C. We are at 100%. And this is interesting. So our core clock right now, I think that 4.2 boost is a single core clock or something. While our max is hitting 4.1, we're sitting right now, according to Hardware Monitor, at 3.9 or 4 gigahertz, 4.0 essentially. No, this one's the $109 one. This one has the R7 Tonga based graphics on it. So our Cinebench score is 318 points. I will be getting the $60 one though. And the socket is AM4, Eric. 318 points at stock. Alright, let's go see. Yeah, it's not going to work right now. Let's go see if we can actually overclock this in the BIOS. Couple caveats right now. The AData memory that I have, the XPG1, which is rated by AMD to work with all AM4, is not currently working with the APU. And trying to set manual timings is not working either. So the highest we've gotten or are at right now is 2400 megahertz, which is a disappointment to say the least. And the BIOS is not off of this integrated APU is green, so you guys are just gonna work it. I see green as well. I apologize. That's the way it is. So let's see. Well, let's see what we're looking at. So yeah, the XMP profile will not work. Unfortunately. Let's see what the voltage is at. See, it says auto, but let's go 1.45. I like to start there. We're not worried about temps right now, so I'm gonna leave the SoC alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. And frequency, let's actually try to get the 42 first. Let's see if it'll even do the 42 on all fours. Let's force it to that. No, because I am running off the APU right now. That will be a good question for later though, of course. What else do I want to do? Now, disabling it might fix, and I haven't tried it yet, that might end up fixing the memory speed too. I'm not positive on that yet. Where is it? What? Here we go. Disabled, C6 disabled. Alright, there we go. Let's see now if we can run 4.2 gigahertz, which is the advertised boost speed. Let's see if we can do that. 9 gigahertz. In a way. That would be cool. Hey baby, subscribe. Alright. That doesn't look promising. That doesn't look promising at all. Fuck. Is this going to be another Ryzen Master overclocker? Oops. No. Oh, I have it on the desktop. Unsupported processor. So why is... Alright, let's bump to like... What would that be? 200 megahertz over. Let's bump to 4.4. Because I do notice that it's actually staying at 3.9. So something's happening with the overclock settings. Maybe that's reading it wrong. No, Joey, I've not done a review of the Threadripper. I do not have the funds to quite get that. I apologize. I've gotten pretty much everything else. Threadripper is just a... Fuck, you made me talk and I missed the cue. Damn SSDs. I would love to get Threadripper. There we go. Alright, so theory. Hold on. What is going on there? What's the second number? So, clock ratio is showing 4.4 gigahertz, but then 3.8 gigahertz. Yeah, it doesn't even let you go over 24 on the multiplier. We can do, it will let us adjust timing. Man, this is going to be balls. Alright, let's try our theory with 44. And so the APUs also don't support Ryzen Master. So if we can't overclock with this BIOS on the Gigabyte motherboard, then we're essentially boned. which would suck. Grab a Coke. Oh. What's up, Frank Underwood? We just had a blue screen at 4-4. I will do more voltage. We're gonna go to 1.5. 1.5. If we can get this to post again. So what have we learned so far? XMP profile isn't supported. Ryzen Master not supported. 4G points out a good point that it is they aren't Zen cores on the APUs. We've learned that it does not boost to 4.2 gigahertz. We've learned that at stock settings it boosts to 3.9 gigahertz and it overvolts to 1.5 volts. So let's do that. Let's do that. And then just to try to get a boot, we'll go to 43. Elite by default, it's 512 megabytes. And then I have it set to 2 gigabytes right now. 2 gigabytes is the max though. And you can watch my video on hash rate if you want to look at that. Well, Joey, if you configure it right, and once it's better supported, it will do stuff like Overwatch. Well, even without it being better supported, right now it will do like Overwatch for just the CPU. I mean, you don't need discrete graphics cards. Just using the APU, you can do Overwatch at no. (900p 60 frames a second). Theoretically, if you could get the 3200 megahertz. Yes, that's my it happens with my Elgato here and there, just in UEFI. If you plug direct in, it goes away. But I think I like my my A10 better than this so far. Mainly because it's more fun and supported better. Come on, you bastard. Post. We just destroyed our Windows drive, our Windows install. That would be the kicker, right? I have to run Windows Update all night last night. And then it all goes away today. Do not automatic. God damn you. Yeah, I thought they went to 4648 pretty easy too. I think it's the chipset support. It's not. Are you kidding me? This doesn't have Windows on it. This does, maybe? Let me see real quick. I think I have one already. No. That's not the Windows drive. And I blew my SanDisk away. Thought this had a fucking recovery partition on it. I do not know why it does not. These there's gonna be like 2 nights in a row that have been like a wall. Oh wow, that's fantastic. That didn't look good at all. Post. Do something. Hey, there we go. Alright. Load optimized defaults. Yes. Let's see if we can boot. Hey, Clinton, welcome to the stream, bud. The anticipation. Don't you automatic repair on me. Yes! Oh, 85 and yeah, for being at 1.55. I wasn't looking. So 1.55 volts isn't gonna work, guys. It won't. Let me double check Gigabyte and make sure. They didn't give us a new BIOS for this. Just make, nope. Yeah, we're already on F5. I guess, yeah, getting a new BIOS in less than just over a week's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. 1.6. Well, obviously it won't boot at 1.5. You bitch. we know we can boot at 4.2. So right now we'll just test voltage temps and see how high we can push the voltage before it gets too hot, and then try to move the multiplier up again, I guess. So we're booted in. That's good. .5 volts. 64C. Alright, let's see what happens. 3.9 gigahertz though. That's super disappointing. So I think that I need to get a different, I need to do some research on a better supported motherboard. Our temps are not bad though. We should be able to go to 1.55 unless something else is wrong with the BIOS or with it applying settings. It shouldn't. Because that, if that's right, that's perfectly fine with me. But yeah, I mean, it is going over by about 0.3. And what were we at, a 313 or something? Yeah, it's no Speed King. I mean, it's essentially a quad core FX chip. So we're not expecting anything crazy. I wonder what is stopping it from going to, we hit on core 2 though. You see that? On core 2 we hit 4.2 at one point. So this is just an odd, we have the same score though as stock. So sounds like baby's going crazy. Alright, let's try this again. It's like watching water boil. I mean, it's not. So this motherboard's already broken 2 Ryzen records. So it would be chipset compatibility. The motherboard itself is fine. We still hold the Ryzen 3 1300X record and the Ryzen 3 1200 record. And it pushed both those chips really well. So it's not the motherboard necessarily. It could be it's not a bad motherboard is what I'm saying. Commodore 64 would give it a run for its money. Well, I mean, 312 is not the worst. Alright. We're going to go to 4.3. Need a fatherboard, give it some testosterone. And nope. So This is dumb. This is dumb. We can't even go to 4.3. No, I don't have a 1600. I want to get one. I really don't have that many procs right now. I have the... I did just pick up a 6700K randomly. I have a 6700K, 6100. I have a 6800K, G4400, and then the Ryzen 5 and 3 proc that I'm giving away. And then this one, that's it. Oh, and then the A10-7820, and then a couple 5675Xs. Random shit, nothing new. Razor the man, you're just in time for me to tell you that it's fucked. We can't do anything. We literally can't do anything. It will not post at 4.3, so everything's fucked. It won't even go to 4.2 legitimately. Like, it will try. Probably need a BIOS update for further support. I can't even overclock the memory. I rolled it back yesterday, or day before yesterday, to check memory compatibility, and the memory didn't work. So I just found another setting that might work though. Auto. Let's try this. Let's try this. Whatever, go. Whatever, 4.2 was booting, so I don't care. Let's try this. No. No. Let's just try disabling it. Or whatever. Just disable turbo. Let's disable turbo. Well, let's disable turbo and see what it says at 4.2, because I know we can boot at 4.2. Arrow, I have a mining rig. It's getting an upgrade this week though. It's at 7 GPUs now. I have the ASRock BTC Pro BTC Plus board coming in this week, and that supports up to 12 GPUs. So we'll be upgrading, I know, at least to 8 right off the bat, and then I'll be gathering a few more to upgrade it to the full 13. I have a mix. So because I do the tech tube thing, I buy graphics cards, right? So all of them, the only reason I built a mining rig in the first place is because I already had a whole bunch of GPUs. So there's 3 1063 gigs. There's a Titan X Pascal. Don't judge me. There's an R9 Nano. an RX 580, and a GTX 1050 Ti in there right now. So out of curiosity, let's see if disabling turbo solved our clocking woes. That does not look like it solved jack fucking shit. Okay. So the next question is, if we manually set it to 42 on the turbo, will it actually go to 42? So I did Ubeak until I hit 100 coins, and then I'm just leaving the 100 coins sit, and went back to Ethereum just because it's the most profitable out of my experience so far. Not that I have any real whatever. People always say I don't believe in that coin, so I won't mine it or whatever. I don't really care. I just get whatever I get the most money out of. I mean, yeah, that all got reset when I reset it earlier. Some 1080 Ti rigs, that'll be good. I wouldn't do. So I have. You can ask the boys last night. This crashed OBS. It also crashes TeamViewer. It also crashes Screen Connect. It also crashes anything except for a miner or a 3D Mark test. But even the 3D Mark stability test was only 86%, which isn't very good at stock settings. The hash rate, the mining info is coming out on this card. The gaming productivity portion is going to be, I'm going to be waiting on it. But the 43, 42 mega hash a second, I ran it for 24 hours. And yes, it will do 42, 43. It won't do it at 140 watts. At least I can't get it to. I can get it pretty low, a lot lower than it was. Like, we're talking like 200, 180 to 200 watts. Which is fine for that hash rate. That's perfectly acceptable. But it's not 43, 42 most of the time. Most of the time it's sitting around 38, 39. And that's with just everything copied over. That particular test was copied over from the Reddit post that was the 130 watts at 43. So it will pop up at 43 and then it'll drop to like 39, 38 and stabilizes right around there. I did have some pretty bad drops here and there down to like 35, but that was not very often. It was about as often as it hits 43. No, I have that is the 64. That is the Sapphire Reference RX Vega 64. Nope, that didn't work either. Alright, well then for fun, fellas, I'm going to reset to stock settings. I'm going to set the memory to 2 gigabytes, and we are going to run userbenchmark.com, and we'll go ahead and run a fire strike and a time spy, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, I'm at I didn't get to 1100. I got to 1050 stable. 1100 is not so much. You do have to turn core clock voltage down, memory clock voltage up, if I recall correctly. And memory needs to go up to 1.3. And I haven't tried putting memory up to 1.3 volts or whatever. So I haven't tried that yet on our X64. We will see. It just was super. It's been super disappointing for me so far. I like my Fury Nano more. I like Fury in general more. There we go. Let's do that. Yeah, I heard that was a bug as well. Frank Underwood. Tech Power Up actually is where I heard it from, because and GPUs use their tool, so they said that's a bug. I'm more interested, for mining purposes, flashing the RX 64 down to the 56. Out of curiosity, if you can then overclock the memory back up to 1100 megahertz, if that would be more beneficial for power consumption. Sounds more interesting. Yeah, I know you can flash down. The problem is will that gimp you too much or not? Alright, so userbenchmark.com. Night, Timmy. See you next Tuesday. For some reason, I think the RX 56 is more stable than the 64. Right, Frank. You are correct, and that would be, that's where you would get, but I mean, so it has a dual BIOS, so it's as simple as flashing one of them to 56 and playing around with it, and then just switching back over. I'm not too worried about it. It's worth giving it a shot, right? Because you never know, like, so here's the deal. On the RX 64, I haven't seen better than 43 mega hash. On the 56, I like Arrow saying, you know, they're getting 41 to 42. So you lose one mega hash a second. If you drop power consumption significantly, then flashing it to a 56 for mining is a win in my book. I mean, I don't think the 64 is good for mining when the 56 is an option. It's like I don't think it is. All right, so what do we got? We are a surfboard, a yacht, and a raft. It did get a better... Its float was bad. It says the graphics card is very poor, guys. This is weird too, because that's usually not that bad. There's no other real tests with it. I mean, it's all this. Like, this is currently clocked at 2400 megahertz. Like, I cannot test this proc until we get a UEFI update that unlocks the memory to 3200 megahertz. That's just the whole thing of it right now. Let's go medium. 60. Oh, that wasn't right. It's asking me. Whoops. I thought it wanted to tell me. Now people are going to be like, what the fuck? Huh. Well, this whole thing, this is worse than my A10. I'm pretty sure. We can get a better idea with Firestrike. Let me plug the game drive in. Get a better idea of what the fuck's going on. But it needs the memory. That's the thing. Like, it needs that memory clock. Come on, you can pick it up, baby. Stupid Steam client. I'm gonna have to restart it. It can't pick it up on the fly. There she blows. Whatever. What's up, Twisted? Welcome to the stream. Waiting for, we're gonna see what this thing does in Fire Strike before we call it a night. No overclocking. Overclocking did not happen. Like, overclocking attempting happened. But, yeah. Overclocking attempting happened. That's all. I mean, that's all I have to say. There's nothing positive there. Call it Ralph. Wish this shit would install already. Goddamn spin disk. No disk. What do you mean no disk? Bitch. You see it. It's there. I'll just reboot with it plugged in. Hold on. I hope my passport didn't take a shit already. I guess it's still under warranty though. I'm always fucking something up, Clint. It wouldn't be fun. The live stream wouldn't be fun if everything went perfect. It wouldn't. I promise. Razer, it's just the Elgato HD 60 Pro. Boot, motherfucker. Boot, boot. Boot, motherfucker. Boot, boot. Alright. I might have to... Oh. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why is Steam not saving my library folders? Why is my drive not detected? Fuck. Going in the back. I'm holding out for PC, man. Twisted, I'm holding out for PC on Destiny 2. Holding out. But the beta on PC was pretty sweet. It was just really short. Damn, you should have caught that on camera, Frank. That would have been dope. Would have been dope. I'm not sure, Clint. Probably. Probably. I think you asked me at some point. But I'm just blind riding hashtag 1235. You guys are free to add me. Come on. We might. $3D Mark's not gonna load. It's whatever. I give up. The overclocking portion took a shit. I need to see what's wrong with my damn disk. I'll plug it into my main rig and scan it. That would suck if I had to reload all of my damn benchmark stuff. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the fail. I'm going to get to bed because I got to be back up for on-call at 6 a.m. Tomorrow morning. Thanks to everybody for stopping by and showing support. We will revisit this processor as soon as we get a BIOS update for this, or I'm probably honestly going to go do some research and see if I can find a motherboard that has the latest BIOS that is overclocking for this proc and just put it on order, because it should, I'm sure there's a B350 option out there for like 80 bucks or something, and we'll revisit it then. And I'm on call. I work in IT. I'm on call this weekend, so our on call ends at 10:30 p.m. Well, long story. I still have to answer calls. Like if somebody called right now, I'd have to answer it. But on call, I have to monitor the service board or whatever at 6 in the morning. So there you go. Sweet, Arrow. Yeah, if you guys want, I will still be chatting in Discord. So go to sonofattack.com, click join Discord, pop on over there, and we'll chat and hang out. RX Vega initial mining video should be out tomorrow afternoon. That's the plan. So stay tuned for that, or make sure you come back to the channel. And until next time, I will see you next Tuesday.